Hey.
Fine. Congratulations on dealing with old people today, Chris.
Oh, it happened. It was definitely a thing.
Juked that shit.
You juke that shit through no action of your own other than agreeing to help.
Sure, I'll help you. Okay, I'm calling a taxi.
Look at old people applying themselves. That's crazy.
She didn't actually want your help. She just didn't want you to feel bad if she didn't ask. So
I think it's more like if I had said no, she would have demanded I do it. You know, one of those secret test the character bullshit.
Oh, the secret test. Damn it.
I'll get on the server in a sec.
That'll be fine. It's not like we're in any hurry anyway. It's not a problem. No one wants to die.
Oh, we're all busy dying.
That's right. Neck shot.
yeah, that sucked.
Currently. I haven't been alive this whole time.
Okay. And in fairness, maybe Breaker should have kept his fucking head down, yeah? But no, Breaker being the incredibly trained, highly experienced and specialized military person he is, all in private first class. He's got a lot of experience in dealing with enemy snipers.
Skilled.
When he doesn't have a rifle himself or any way to spot them.
They do extensive anti-sniper training,
It involves keeping your head up.
Yes.
They'll never expect it, therefore they will never try to shoot your head.
That's how German snipers were so awful in World War II. They simply could not hit an American soldier because even back then in the 40s, American soldiers knew, keep your heads down.
Well, come on, we invented guerrilla warfare.
I saw an interesting thing. This is going to be amusing, Ryan, because it's going to be at the leading authority of historical warfare with complete and total accuracy. The Hollywood movie Fury, starring Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, accuracy.
In it, I actually was not aware of all the other inaccuracies. I saw a German sniper that was creeping around. He was actually wearing a ghillie suit. And I actually went, huh.
Yeah, that wasn't really a thing.
Yeah, I went, huh, and I didn't exactly study, too much sniper warfare in World War II, so I actually pitched the question to myself. The German snipers actually wear ghillie suits and sneak up? No, that wasn't a thing, right? In the 40s, they could do camouflage, but not that, right? That actually caused me to doubt myself, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, they didn't really do that.
No. He was also doing all of this ghillie suit creeping on a war-torn battlefield full of grenades and machine gun fire. So props to him, right?
I'm sure he was well hidden. Just like all the rednecks of his day.
Crawling past all of the dead bodies.
So many bodies.
Super, Schutzstaffel, sniper, ready to lay down some German justice.
German justice. Oh.
It's great.
I don't think German justice is legal under the UN.
Oh, this was before the UN.
Oh, okay, then it's completely legal.
That's right. But yeah, Ryan, I just thought I'd share that with you.
Suppose looking it up. It looks like they existed during the time, at least.
Okay.
They existed.
Okay, I was
the first ghillie suits were being used by the British from a Scottish Highland regiment back in 1916ish was the first known military units using them.
All right.
I mean, I can put it right now.
I didn't think it was unreasonable. I just wasn't aware of German snipers wearing ghillie suits.
Well, I don't even... Yeah, it wasn't really a big thing back then.
I didn't feel like tackling the internet, and none of the source books I have on the affair in my home, cover German snipers at length.
I do know that German paratroopers had Camouflage, a lot of camouflage gear, but that was paratroopers, not snipers.
Yeah, because ghillie suits aren't very practical if you're moving around a lot.
They're kind of hot.
And he was actually
Kind of
part of a...
cumbersome, yeah.
And in question, the realism context of the situation, he was part of about 200 to 300 man battalion that was marching across Germany. So
Were they all wearing ghillie suits?
No. They were all wearing Schutzstaffel uniforms.
Yeah, as far as, to my knowledge, there weren't a lot of just individual snipers out and about. Like, they were mostly
No.
attached to other regiments and squadrons.
Yeah. And the fact that you'd be dressed in that, and then I don't know, it takes a lot of cojones wanting in a still active battlefield to slowly crawl through the grenades and dead bodies next to him to get into a position. Like, really?
It's cool, you're just a bush.
Walk the bush.
But I wanted to share that with you. I was like, maybe Ryan has some insight on the matter.
Well, I would agree with you. Like, they might have used them, but I seriously doubt there would have been many. I don't recall ever hearing about ghillie suits really in World War II.
They might have been called something else, but yeah.
Well, no, there would still be ghillies because they're based on the Scottish ghillie shirt, I believe.
Like, camouflage, that's totally appropriate, especially in a fortified position, but while you're on the move like that, considering how encumbering they are.
Yeah, I could definitely see it if you were laying out in tree lines or something, but not so much if you're going urban.
He was actually right out in the open in a rural countryside.
It's just an entirely barren field of grass and one bush.
Oi,
That's
Hans.
just at all.
Is that you, Hans Jürgen? 9. Das ist nicht Hans Jürgen.
Crap, what kind of sound does a bush make?
Man, it sure is windy out here today, but only in that specific location.
As he's crawling along, he just keeps making that noise.
Oh, shit.
Beautiful.
Hello.
Hey there, Aaron. Oh my god, Aaron, you're really late. Corporal punishment.
Corporeal
punishment?
Corporeal punishment.
I didn't know he was in the army.
He's not.
He is now.
But you said he's a corporal.
Oh, man.
I didn't say he was a corporal, damn it. It was an adjective modifier of punishment.
Yep, if and when I ever get to play in a superhero game where I can have a superhero from World War II, they're going to be a super soldier named Corporal Punishment.
When we do the Pulp Fiction version of All Flesh Must Be Eaten, because that's a thing.
We'll do the Hellboy version, where the Nazis have made zombies.
Pulp
Yep.
zombies, in
Here
the
comes
Detective
Corporal
Noir.
Punishment.
That's right. Corporal Punishment again.
It was Granddad McGann.
Yes, that was his grandfather. He had nerves of steel, damn it.
No, I didn't.
Something happened along.
His first name is actually Corporal. Punishment is his nickname.
That would be like a woman who's named Deliverance Pain.
Cruel.
Alright, everyone. Welcome back to All Flesh Must Be Eaten, where the fun never ends. Last session was full of wondrous battle. The player characters, Crash and Zane, organized some of the bodies over the passage of the afternoon to try to get them near the doors and out of the stairwells. The group killed, it appears to be 36 zombies.
Huh.
So we seriously injured, or what the fuck was that?
So that's where all my ammo went.
36 zombies, the other NPCs killing the others. There's also some large piles of ash and, various debris in the eastern stairwell from when that incendiary was thrown down into the zombies. It's pretty fine.
Aw.
You also encountered desiccation. Many of you fled in terror or attempted to. The stories of rambling man Jeremy Fletcher will continue to spread across the land, undoubtedly, for his unwillingness to abandon his companions. Yes.
Huh.
That is
Let's stick
exactly.
with that one.
That's what happened.
That's exactly the reason that he. Yeah.
Uh huh.
Yep.
If anybody says otherwise, I'll shoot them.
That's what the bards say, anyway. And who would be any of you to argue with a bard?
I like to imagine out there bards just wandering around observing the apocalypse and writing song about it.
Those fucking bards. Well,
Until Popman gets his tape recorder back.
I thought we had managed to find
We
you
did.
a new
I was
tape
making a
recorder.
joke.
All right. It's like,
Been slacking on those updates.
I do need some updates.
So at any rate, you folks left off still under pressure from at least 3 shooters out there. Who knows however many more. Jax noted the location of 2 of them, at least as he's seen them. But, afternoon has passed into night. With that is still a near moonless night, and there's a cover of clouds.
I believe wasn't, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys, wasn't the plan to strike out basically kind of with the coming of evening to try to ambush them heading back to the town?
Tony overslept.
Sounds about right. I can see it.
I think the hope was that maybe along with the sunset to strike out as well. At least that's what you folks discussed last week. You certainly can do that. It's no problem.
Oh, okay. Sounds like a plan. Guys?
Guys!
Well, I guess.
That's where you can input into the situation whenever
already
Jordan
voiced
says
my
guys.
part.
Obviously, Ryan already voiced his part.
I'm willing to go nowish.
Now
Jordan voiced his part repeatedly.
I will say it's not like we're going to heal.
I don't know if Popman's high enough yet.
He's been smoking for like 8 hours.
The entire 3rd floor is redolent of weed.
How much weed does he have left after that much time? Like, actually, yeah, it's been like
almost now.
Especially since he's been sharing it with people like Zane.
It's been a month since we've been here, almost. Like,
I mean, you don't exactly go through a 1-pound brick of weed that fast. But he's still probably
to take your word for that.
Really significant portion of the way through it.
That's right. At this point, Eugene's thinking to a time where he's going to use the horticulture area to grow marijuana because,
It's going to be like some cheap illusion along the edge of the entire... the hydroponics will be a bunch of tall things of food, and then the entire center is just filled with weed.
Yeah, it's just corn around the edges. And then, wow, we've really got a good crop coming in. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there's like 3 days worth of food there.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
It doesn't produce as much corn as it looks like.
We don't have that fancy GMO shit.
Well, if Eugene is going to get himself that high enough, I think that all of the distraction that weed
he's
imposes...
not going to smoke some more.
Okay. That's right, because, I was willing to impose a -1 penalty there to mental tasks and action,
A -1 of doom.
Ding.
-1 of doom.
That -1 kills. I'm not even joking.
And Eugene has been surrounding himself for the past, 6 to 8 hours in a room full entirely of weed. I like it.
And
-1.
high people, so I imagine there are some serious conspiracy theories going around.
That's right. That's right. I like a -1 to all of Popman's mental attributes tonight.
Does he also get like a temporary pain resistance?
Does that put him to 0 on some of them?
That puts him to 0 on willpower, yes.
How about that?
Nice.
It's like, whatever, man.
Okay, so he's utterly compliant.
So 0 willpower, that means he continues smoking weed.
He's utterly compliant and shows 0 initiative or opinion.
Sounds about right.
So what changed?
Now he's not going to pipe up when he's scared.
He's just gonna run?
Uh-huh. Play it by ear.
He's up.
Let's go.
We'll play it by ear.
Yeah, Podman's too paranoid right now to share his current, even more outlandish conspiracy theories. Though I've
For
already
fear
shared
they
them with
might be
Grimith
true.
at length.
Yes, yes. I encourage everyone to share their conspiracy theories with me at length.
Well, the commenters definitely do.
Yes, they do.
Well, someone's a wizard, I can tell you that much.
That's right. But for that, we'll get
Don't
to...
say that.
We'll take the time out of this
No wizard
wonderful
talk.
group session time. Magic does not exist, and all flesh must be eaten. No player characters are inspired. They cannot suddenly be struck with a bolt of divinity and become inspired. There,
suppose
who
we should
says? I
clarify.
say.
No human magic exists, right? Because there's definitely some
no,
floaty
there-
bullshit
Wait,
going
hold up.
on.
We're not playing Exalted?
No.
No.
Fuck.
That's right.
Pretty sure vampire magic's around.
The whole, like, rituals and occult skills and whatever that you can see as possibilities, rituals, those have been done regardless of magical gain throughout human history.
Yeah, it's called Myth and Legend.
Just want to make that clear.
I mean, we're kind of close to Salem. We could go over there and
Hang out for a while.
At any rate,
Hey, I'm just saying, that cult apparently had some proper magical gains.
Well, maybe if you guys had stayed in Boonesboro long enough,
Yeah, we
could've
could
ended
be
up
one of
wizards.
Should have been Scorch.
Shit.
you could have been the Dot of Herd.
we could have been a sacrifice like 3 weeks ago.
Damn it!
All right.
Wait.
Evening, then, you'll be going out with the coming sunset, I guess. Oh, man, I don't know exact sunset times in August 1st in fucking Maryland. And I'm not going to
Look
look
up.
it up right now. 8:30. It's good enough for me.
Good enough for me.
We set out at the ambiguous dusk.
At the ambiguous dusk. Time is irrelevant in a B-rated movie.
All the watches stopped.
That's right.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
It's a B-rated movie. It could be.
Anyway, god damn it!
We can get more off top.
So taking night vision stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
We broke him.
No, I had a distraction pop up. You'll have to repeat that. But whatever it is, you'll have to repeat it.
Oh, nothing. Just saying, taking night vision stuff.
Okay.
Nobody else had any other input.
Okay.
You don't want to
Yeah,
say
I'm
anything.
pretty much on board with that.
Yeah, we'll go.
Podman's gonna die.
Alright.
I mean, what?
You got your infrared goggles as well as the infrared flashlights. The flashlights, of course, don't reach into the ether forever. But they do cover some distance, and it's a bit better, particularly on this moonless night. Due to the darkness penalties, especially since there is a cover of clouds on the sky, there will be a -4 penalty to anything that would be sight-based, but on the plus side, you'll be gaining a +4 bonus to, say, dexterity and stealth checks. Or really anyone's attempts to observe you.
Okay.
Jax can also highlight the locations of at least where he noted those 2 shooters earlier, and just to temporarily reveal them on this pyramid scheme. They're basically buildings, single family houses that are around 216 and then 238 yards north of the Twin Towers. Basically, like from positions of windows where an individual could have cover in between shots. He hasn't seen any movement, but then again, he didn't see an entire armada of zombies crawling down to the towers, so your mileage may vary with his input.
Okay.
And as far as any of the NPCs are aware, except for Lance, who hasn't been up on the first floor, there has been no action in the southern portion of the base, which would make sense if this came from Artesia. Then none of them appear to have looped all the way around to attack from a different angle.
All right.
What's a plus at least?
But yes, at least 3 shooters. The only 2 that has been highlighted have been identified as such, as well as where their approximate locations are. But there's definitely still at least one person out there, another person out there. There's been so many shots coming in.
So we figure roughly what their most likely path back to Artesia may be?
If they're going back to Artesia.
It's difficult to say. You could target one of the roads that lead to like different sectors of the base, like say to the warehouse sector, and from that out north to Artesia itself. But there are a large number of single-family homes, and if they're not in a quick hurry to leave, and instead take their time to skulk as well, they could be behind or within those homes as they slowly make their way out.
Sorry, I'm back.
Fort Drake being the large base that it is, they could go for miles and still not leave. That being said, there are definitely angles of approach, like different streets that you can take to, say, not be directly in front of the houses where they are currently positioned, at least as far as Jackson knows.
But they would think about that. That's what they would expect.
Ideally, you would want to ambush them when they are going to be forced to cross an open area, but we don't know exactly where they're going to go.
Or if.
Yeah. There's no bottleneck, this just being the vast expanse of, land that's on the military installation, so they could walk, practically anywhere. And, unless they brought a vehicle with them, in which case they might not off-road it.
If they have a vehicle, we need to get a hold of that. Don't look at me like that.
Just thinking.
I'm more concerned with murdering these guys.
Wow, the bloodlust has really risen in Potman.
He's just aware of what they're doing is all.
Well, we need to act. The time for thinking is soon ending. It is a time for men of action to do things.
Thinking done, murder now.
I would say, because we don't know where exactly they might try to cross back, or if or when, flanking and trying to sneak up on them from a side or back might be the best tactical option.
I'm inclined to agree.
Mm-hmm.
And then we club them to death.
And again, you have the cover of darkness to assist with this task. Just as you would have problems spotting them, so too would they you.
Yeah, except we have the infrared, so we have that
Exactly.
advantage.
You definitely do have that advantage as well. It is highly unlikely, you would imagine, that these common citizens would have access to such technology.
We have the technology.
So let's use the advantage we have
Pretty much.
of surprise and darkness.
Pretty much.
Sneak up behind them with infrareds and try and murder them before they notice us.
Try to keep it quiet.
Oh.
Well, if they're even slightly spread out, which I assume we've been told they are, then, making any loud noise pretty much ruins the surprise.
They are. You would wager maybe an eyeball thing Fletch can do. There's maybe, say, 40 yards of distance between where those 2 shooters are located.
Are prisoners anything we want to worry about, or is it
Just kill.
keep?
If we're put in a situation where it's quieter to take them alive, then until at least we take care of all of them, I mean, I'd say keep the possibilities open. But as far as interrogation, I don't think we're too worried about that.
Elimination seems like the right choice at this point.
The only thing interrogation might be good for is to find out if there's more of them.
Yeah, they probably have no idea what the fuck that thing was either. Other than, say, God at that point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we have our plan. You have roughly an idea of what we want to do. Let's roll
Can we
out.
do it?
All right. Lance will be going with you on the night. He'll take his own approach, to help split up things. Being how comfortable he is with the night. Kind of got tired of staying in the basement, especially with recent events happening and all.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be down there either.
Nah. It's not
What's
on
wrong with the basement?
It's not on the top of his things he wants in life list.
And there's still an arm running around down there, isn't there?
Well, it was so boring before. We had to do something to spice it up.
Apparently.
As far as anyone is aware, there is still a hover arm that has not been accounted for.
Yeah, cousin it down there. No.
Is the thing. Or
Yes.
just thing.
Cousin
Yeah.
it is the hairy one.
Yes,
Yeah.
the hairy one. Like,
Yeah.
cousin it, what?
I mean, I guess if he had very hairy arms, but...
No, the desiccation of the flesh did not reveal anything particularly hirsute about the man.
Oh, by the way, August 1999, Boonesboro. The first sunsets at 8:25 p.m. You're right.
almost exact.
Fucking yes. I love it. Well, then an extra 5 minutes because Trusty Tony's not ready.
Fuck you guys.
This is time for action. I'm not ready.
I am not ready.
Fuck you,
This is
Douglas
a time for
MacArthur.
action. You guys get started without me.
Fuck you, Douglas MacArthur. Arr.
What are you talking about? I was waiting for you.
What are you doing waiting for me on the third floor? Oh, I thought we were leaving through here.
We're just gonna jump out the window.
Wait, where are you guys waiting?
Alright then, my question is, how do you folks plan on leaving? How do you
Go out
folks
the
plan on
south
leaving
and
the town?
circle
Alright.
around.
Sure. And go up the south. And with that in mind, the military minds, Jax and Ace being what they are, they're going to create a diversion by firing at North Base.
Oh man. Military mind.
Military minds, yes. So, in suppressing fire being fired at the darkness.
Hey, darkness is dangerous.
That's right. You folks can make your egress through the south base and then begin looping yourselves around to try to approach. Are you guys going to be going at a cautious speed this entire time, like actually walking, or are you going to take one of the vehicles, the 2 bikes or the forklift?
I'd say cautious, but that's up to everyone else.
Trusty
Yeah, I
Tony would
wanna be
recommend
careful.
caution.
Okay. A cautious speed, moving roughly 200 plus yards across the battlefield. Alright, I'll factor this in. I'll just give you guys a +4 bonus instead of the -4 penalty. Give me dexterity plus stealth +4 bonus checks. If you don't have stealth, that's a -2.
Already factored in the mind.
Okay.
I've got a +4 from the darkness.
+4 from the darkness, yes.
Okay, that's...
Alright. That looks like everyone's got at least a 3rd level of success.
Nice.
Let me make some checks here in yonder background.
I'd like to think the pod has made that feel a little sneakier, more cautious. A little paranoid.
Alright. It does take some time. You're not exactly sure because this is a B-rated action movie. You're not really caring about time anyway because the Zombie Master says you're not caring about time. But you carefully make your approach across the field of grass with a few interspersed trees heading for North Base where the scattered administrative and then single-family homes are. Are you all traveling together as a group or are you actually divulging into pairs?
I would say actually splitting up into pairs and just sticking close would probably be...
Alright, well, how's the division looking then?
Probably 1 melee person and 1 shooty person per group.
How do you divide with Lance.
He went his own way.
Yeah, Lance will go his own way.
Nothing could hold him
And
back.
I assume that Cat doesn't want to be paired up with Fletch,
I do not.
which means Fletch and Potman, Tony and Cat.
That's good. That means if Tony gets shot in the stomach again with the shotgun, she can at least haul his ass out of here.
Yes.
I'll grab
Good
that,
plan.
then fill you with duct tape.
That's right.
Duct tape.
I,
And teddy bear stuffing, just like last time.
I like to think that basically Podman is just sick of being around Trusty Tony all the time, so it's like, well, I'll go with Fledge.
At least Fletch protects me from zombie dogs.
Alright, let's go ahead and put you guys out here in the darkness as you folks make your approach. None of you. It is a very quiet and still night, especially with you folks being as quiet as you are in your approach. Almost no wind, and little to that breaks through the cloud cover up in the sky. None of you hear anything to signify, shots being fired other than from the military base, which is basically a sort of distracting fire to attract attention. As you make your approach, some 200 plus yards you folks have ended up traveling within a neighborhood of various single family homes as you make your ways towards the ones that Jax has identified.
We need some traveling music.